I want to watch Matt Walsh talk about Jimmy Kimmel's return to his late night show. Okay, so let's watch this. I'm not a fan of Matt Walsh by any stretch of the imagination. I think the guy's kind of a coward, and he's disingenuous, and I don't think he has a problem with lying or misrepresenting things. But let's watch what he says. Okay.
For Jimmy now that he's getting all choked up. And notice he didn't get choked up after Charlie died. He didn't get emotional about that. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel made.
He actually did get emotional on his return. He cried. How does this guy live with himself? Like how do you lie like that with such just impunity? Okay.
His, as we mentioned, had made his long-awaited return to the air last night. Long-awaited for 72 hours, 3 entire days, 72 hours. Jimmy Kimmel returned from exile. It was a harrowing 72 hours.
Oh my God!
Right when they should make a movie.
Exile, okay. Trump put pressure on the FCC chair. The FCC chair put pressure on ABC. That's all it was. Okay. He came back like within a week. Okay. They made a knee-jerk reaction to fire this guy when all he said was that Republicans will look at any other camp but their own when it comes to blaming a mass shooter, specifically the one that killed, or the shooter, specifically the one that killed Charlie Kirk. Okay, it's not untrue. The uproar about the shooting and about the death of Charlie Kirk was and still is a massive excuse for them to blame the left or liberals or Democrats. All about democratic violence. Meanwhile, like in recent memory, there have only been really 4 trans shooters, and the rest of them have been white boys, right? Conservative white guys. I mean, what we have right now isn't a political. We don't have a left versus right political violence problem. We have a mental health crisis problem. We have a problem with young people feeling isolated. They get hyper radicalized on 4chan or Reddit or YouTube. They watch these crazy conspiracy videos like Matt Walsh, for example, and they get angry. Right? They look for anything to solve their loneliness. They look for anything to solve their unhappiness. So they try different things. They try fringe groups. They try different identities. I'm not the only person who said this. Bill Maher said this recently. These shooters, they tried everything they can to fill the voids in their hearts, and then they do violence. Because right now, violence is the only thing that gets any attention nowadays. We don't have a left versus right problem. We have a mental health crisis and, honestly, a gun access problem in this country.
About it. An Oscar bait movie about his 7. It'd be like what's that movie about the guy that has his arm stuck in a rock? 127 Hours. James Franco.
That's not an Oscar bait movie. That really happened. The guy was like climbing or like doing that like cave. Is it cave diving? Is that what he was doing? I'm just asking if someone can put in the comments what that was, but that's not like Oscar bait. I'm pretty sure that happened. Like, that's a pretty good fucking movie. Again, why do they hate movies so much? That's a good film. You don't have to be left or right to appreciate a good story, especially if it's true. What is with Matt? Matt, I'm talking to you directly. Why are you and people on your side so angry at Hollywood? You just hate movies so much. Oh, Oscar bait. It's a good story, and it happened. I would want, if I was fucking cave diving and I lost my arm, I'd want a movie made about me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. If I lost my fucking arm, what's with this guy? It's like everything is. I'm telling you, you cannot take these people seriously because everything is a point of contention. Everything is misery inducing. I mean, Jesus, this guy, by the way, has a lot of money. I would imagine he's pretty wealthy because of his career choice, right? Because of what he does for the Daily Wire and on YouTube, right? Why are you so fucking miserable? You've got it made. You are quite literally an example of the American dream. You're taking shots at Oscar bait? What the fuck? You have no real criticism.
So and I think you won an Oscar for that. So there should be a movie called 72 Hours.
Oh fuck.
Very similar about Jimmy Kimmel's harrowing ordeal. Except that instead of being stuck, having his arm stuck in a rock, he's just sitting on his couch in his Beverly Hills mansion, watching people compliment him on TV for 3 days.
Oh.
But I can't imagine what Jimmy's been through. Who could endure?
He's like a jealous girlfriend. You know what he's like? He's your friend. When you get a girlfriend, and you're like, I'm not talking about like as a kid, like you're an adult. You get a girlfriend and you're getting married, maybe you're engaged and you're going on dates with her. You're building a great life for yourself. He's that friend that it hates you so fucking much because he's not the one that has connection. He's not getting laid. He's not getting engaged. He's mad. He's that snot. He's your friend, but he's low key taking these fucking stabs at you because he's so miserable because he hates his own fucking life. Wow, that's what he is. He's like that jealous friend that when you get happy and your life goes somewhere and you're building something that you can be proud of, he can't. Nope, can't have that. Can't have that. Everyone has to be miserable, just like you, Matt. You got to make 2 movies. Did they make 2 movies? Yeah. What is a woman and Am I Racist? It's not enough for. You got to make everyone on your level. You got to drag everyone down to your miserable fucking level. You got to make 2 movies about how trans women aren't women. What is a woman? You are a miserable son of a bitch. You really are.
Who could endure this suffering? Pray that
it's not about suffering. I should let this play. It's like a minute in and I'm like, look, it's not about suffering. Okay? The problem with Kimmel getting let go or suspended indefinitely is from the fact that Trump and his appointee, the FCC chair, put pressure on ABC. It was a political move. It was an act of censorship. And this is a guy whose career, quite literally, 2 movies, What is a Woman and Am I Racist, thrive off of free speech. His career, Matt, you are what you are. And all your success and wealth today because of free speech. Are you telling me and the rest of the YouTube community, the rest of the internet, the world, that you're the only one that gets free speech? It's only for you. Free speech for me, but fuck you. The saying is free speech for me, but not for thee. Okay, what about thee? You get to have free speech, but I can't? Kimmel didn't suffer. The point of him getting let go, the reason why the left is so upset, or was upset, or still is, even though he came back, is because it was a clear political move. It was a reaction from our current president, our commander-in-chief, and his people, who have been praying vocally online, in person, whatever, for the downfall of every single late night host that doesn't agree with them. Constantly calling for people to get canceled and get taken out. Weren't you guys unhappy about cancel culture 10 years ago? I was in college. I remember it. When SJW, social justice warriors, were canceling people, conservatives. I remember the TikTok accounts that were dedicated to doxing conservative leaders or personalities or just regular people that had shared conservative beliefs online. You guys hated cancel culture, but all of a sudden you can do it? Has the pendulum swung so far in the opposite direction? You guys were supposed to be the free speech crowd, and here you are crying about speech. Matt, I'm telling you right now, I'm directly saying to you, to your face in my screen, you are the biggest coward in the history of the fucking human race. What a minute of your 13-minute and 42-second garbage fucking take, what that tells me is that you genuinely don't believe in free speech for anyone but yourself and your own people and your own crowd. The rest of us, we can't comment. We can't, because it's complaining or it's suffering. Give me a fucking break.
do not have to undergo the test as Jimmy Kimmel has. So he came back. Honestly, I didn't watch the monologue. I almost did. I actually went to YouTube to find it because I figured I would talk about it on the show. And so I was looking, and then I stopped myself and I said, what the hell am I doing? What have I become? What have I become? I'm looking up a Jimmy Kimmel monologue. I'm going to watch the whole thing. I've never watched an entire Jimmy Kimmel.
What do you mean? He's one of the biggest comedians of all time. What do you mean? What am I doing? He's not irrelevant. If you want to compare careers, I would argue he's a lot more relevant than you. He's had a foothold in Hollywood for over 20, maybe 30 years. He's been a massive voice in comedy, in late night. I'm not saying I even watch it. Like I don't watch late night shows. I'm 31. What the fuck am I doing watching a late night show? What am I, 50? Okay. What am I, a grandma or grandpa? I don't do that shit. I don't. It's not geared for me. Okay. And I would imagine people my age or younger don't consume late night television. It's not really their thing. We're on YouTube. They're on TikTok. They do stuff like that. Threads, Twitter. They're on Twitch or Kick and Rumble. All these things, right? Okay, I said YouTube. All I'm saying is you're acting like it's this. What am I doing with my life? I'm watching a Jimmy Kimmel video. Like what? One of the most successful and popular comedians of all time. He's like the biggest name in Hollywood right now. He's a household name. I cannot take you conservatives seriously when you go out of your way to deny how popular someone or something is just because you don't like it. I can recognize that Ben Shapiro is a massive name right now. I don't like him very much, and I disagree with pretty much mostly everything he says. But I can recognize that he's a huge name. I can do that because I'm not fucking deranged. But you guys, you conservatives, Matt, you live in this fantasy world where if it's not your thing, if it's not your agenda, you discredit it. You don't even acknowledge. I can't believe I'm looking at this. I'm looking at me, so high and mighty, so successful, Matt Walsh. I'm watching a Jimmy Kimmel video. Absurd. Let me just drink my fucking wine or my Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee, right? Fuckers. You have no credibility when you can sit there with a straight face and act that snobby towards something that is way bigger than you. Let's keep going.
Monologue in my life. So I almost did, and then I realized that, I actually don't care about this at all. I don't care in the slightest.
You don't have to care.
So I didn't watch the whole thing. I did see only this.
You not caring about Kimmel, you not caring about him, doesn't detract from the fact that he's much larger than you as a creator, as a name, as a brand.
This brief clip of his, I guess this is supposed to pass for his apology.
Hold on a second. I also want to say this. I know I keep pausing it, but I want to say this too. You saying I don't care or whatever. You trying to invalidate or discredit how big he is compared to you, how popular he is. It doesn't give your argument any strength or validity. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you more right when you sit there and act so snobby about consuming Jimmy Kimmel. I don't even like him. I can't believe I'm going to watch this. I can't believe I lowered myself. It doesn't add any validity to your argument. It doesn't make you bigger than him. If you can't recognize that there's somebody in your space, a fellow free speech pioneer, or I would say a fellow person who has a career mostly around free speech, if you can't recognize that they're bigger than you, it doesn't give you more validity in your argument. It just makes you look like an idiot. It takes away your credibility.
Apology. And here's what that sounded like.
I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human. And that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Cool. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. Yes. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset.
I want to say that this is a masterclass in how you handle this kind of controversy. You don't come out and double down and say, fuck these MAGA clowns. You couldn't cancel me then, you'll never cancel me now. No, what he said was, I understand that it came off as insensitive, but I didn't mean to blame one side or make light of a horrible situation, the murder of a young man. It's awful. Okay, what he can do, what he's doing for Kirk right now, for the legacy of Charlie Kirk, or whatever that looks like, is what they could not do, is what conservatives did not do for Melissa Hortman. Okay, what he's doing is saying, hey, I recognize that this person is not on my side, but I wasn't glorifying the murder of a young man. It's tragic. Political violence is awful. We should all condemn it. That's what he's saying here. That's what this message is all about. That's why in my opinion, it is a historic return. He's the only person in this space that can adequately say, hey, I don't agree with the other side, but I think it was wrong. It breaks my heart. It's really sad. Why can't they do that? Why can't the conservatives play that game? I think it's because they're cowardly. I think it's because they genuinely don't care about people who disagree with them.
If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence.
All he said, by the way, was the conservatives are making it about anyone else other than somebody from their own camp, which is what they did. They immediately jumped on social media and started blaming it on leftist violence, how violent liberals and Democrats are, and how evil Democrats are. Like, all they did was play the blaming game. And I will say that there were plenty of liberals that were like celebrating Charlie Kirk, which is also wrong. We should not be celebrating political violence in general. Assassinations are a bad thing. When we start having regular assassinations, we start having in this country over speech, especially because speech is a big deal. It's our First Amendment, right? When we start having that spells doom for the future of our country. We should not be celebrating that. I don't care how much you dislike somebody or disagree with them. Do not celebrate their death. And I said this on my Substack. I said this on my Threads account to my fellow liberal and democratic people. Do not celebrate Charlie Kirk's death. Stop. Be human and recognize, yeah, I didn't agree with this guy, but it's horrible what happened to him. This is evil. We have a mental health problem in this country. We have a problem with people who are disturbed individuals.
Was a solution, and it isn't. Ever.
Yep.
So we're supposed to feel sorry for Jimmy now.
Is he going to play the clip when he said Erica Kirk was strong for how she forgave the shooter? Is he going to play that? Hold on a second. I wanted to see something. No, he's not. Oh, you were such a pussy, Matt. He's not playing the clip, is he? Where he quite literally, where Jimmy was praising Erica Kirk for at Kirk's memorial, Charlie's memorial, right? For saying that she forgave him, that she forgave the young man who took her husband from her. Of course, he's not going to play that. I don't even know why I thought he was going to do that. I don't know why. I thought Matt would be smart. Look, he's older than me. I thought he'd be smart enough to play that and say like a positive, like Jimmy, I don't agree with him and I think he's irrelevant, but he did the right thing. He said the right thing about what Erica Kirk did. And we should all preach forgiveness. Aren't you Christians all about forgiving each other, right? Isn't that what Jesus preached about? Do you want to know why I don't follow organized religion? It's because I see so many people who literally have the Bible in front of them, who have all the teachings in front of them, and they don't fucking follow them. They don't follow him. Jesus wouldn't be celebrating a political death. He wouldn't be wanting a guy like Nat Walsh cleverly editing out clips and making Jimmy Kimmel to seem like a monster when all he said was I'm sorry for what I said, it was insensitive, but Erica Kirk was brave for forgiving the shooter, and we should all condemn political violence. Why can't you represent the whole side, Matt? Why are you such a coward? Look, no amount of jean jackets and beard growth will detract from the fact that you are a massive pussy. Look at this. Look at this fucking video. I'm 3 minutes in, and there's nothing else about Kimmel. There's nothing. Oh, he took the jacket off. Sick. Flannel. You gotta love it because he thinks he's a man. Oh, he put it back on. Where is the rest of the video where Jimmy quite literally said, where he was crying, praising Erica Kirk? I'm disappointed in you, Matt. I am disappointed. I'm disappointed that you could be so proud and be so confident in how dishonest you are as a journalist, because that's pretty much what you are. You're a YouTube personality and you have a show on the Daily Wire, but you are a journalist, and you are absolutely, and you share a space with Crowder and Ben Shapiro, but you are one of the most dishonest people out there. And me, with my 0 subscribers or whatever and viewers, I will happily say that to you on here and on your show. I don't care, over a Zoom call. You are an absolute coward, and there is no getting around that. None. Not when you play this return. You spend 3.5 minutes shitting on him, saying, "I can't believe I'm lowering myself to do this. I can't believe I'm watching Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my God. Oh, like you're better or bigger than him, A." But even if you were bigger than him, right? Even if you were bigger and your platform was better and more successful, the fact that you don't even include his praises of Erica Kirk, it is disingenuous. It's cowardly. Let's watch a little more of this and I'll stop, because
now that he's getting all choked up. And notice, he didn't get choked up after Charlie died. He didn't get emotional about that.
What's he supposed to?
That'd be understandable. If he was getting emotional about Charlie's murder.
Are we supposed to? As soon as I found out Charlie Kirk died, I posted on my threads. I wrote a Substack article condemning liberals celebrating his death. I wasn't emotional, but I was like, this is fucked up. We shouldn't be celebrating his death. I didn't agree with anything Charlie Kirk said, okay, but I recognize his right to say it. He American citizen, free speech. He had every right to say what he needed to. And he went to these college campuses with permits and camera crews and permissions, and he did everything by the book. I have nothing bad to say about him regarding that. But are we supposed to get emotional? Like, do I have to get sad? Like, I already condemned it. Kimmel already condemned it. Is this what we're doing nowadays, Matt? Is this tit for tat? Well, you didn't cry when you found out you're a bad person. What the fuck is this emotional? Again, it's all about scoring emotional points. This whole thing is about proving how liberals are evil, how we're bad people, how we're the demons. Like that. That's all this is. It's all about scoring political points. It's not about honoring his death. For fuck's sake. Yeah, sorry, I didn't cry when I found out. But I still think it's wrong. I didn't know the guy personally. Why would I be emotionally invested in someone I didn't have a relationship with? A friendship, right? I'm still saddened by it because it spells doom for us as a free nation that believes in freedom of speech. I'm saddened by it because it means we have a serious mental health crisis here. It means people are comfortable. And by the fact that I saw liberals celebrating Kirk's death, I'm like, wow, many of my people are happy someone got gunned down. What the fuck? What kind of Twilight Zone bizarro world am I living in? Did I just step through the quantum unfolding chamber in Peacemaker and step inside an Earth that gets happy when political opponents get gunned down for their family? Where the fuck am I living? Is this the Earth that I know and love, or was I transported to another fucking dimension? This is horrible. But sorry, Matt. Me not crying or Kimmel not crying isn't proof of anything. You're just nitpicking because you have no real points. You have no substance. Matt, you have absolutely nothing of value to contribute to this conversation because you've shown me that you'll cherry pick and you'll take the clips that make you look better and you'll discredit and you'll say everyone's irrelevant with no real factual grounds. You have no basis. You have no substance. You are an absolute clown. And that, by order of the liberals and the leftists, I hereby cancel you. You are canceled. You can't see it, but where's my pen? I'm gonna knight him. You are hereby canceled by order of the liberals. Anyway, I'm Scott. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comments, good feedback, bad feedback. I don't really care. Talk to me. All right, see you guys later. Peace.